So greetings from the state of Delaware this morning. Today is July 22nd, I believe. I'm spending 2 days down here, visiting a number of different places, but right now we are at Bombay Hook National Wildlife Refuge. Looks like a beautiful place already. We're not, just over that way is the Delaware Bay, and a whole bunch of stuff here to see. There's a driving route you can take, a number of trails. So I'll show you the maps here in a moment, but yeah, pretty excited to be down here. Gonna hopefully we'll be camping at Cape Henlopen State Park tonight. Get to see the ocean. All right, let me show you the maps. All right, so here is Delaware, and Bombay Hook is right here. National Wildlife Refuge in the green. Hopefully a little bit later today we're gonna get down here to Prime Hook, and then we'll be camping here at Cape Henlopen. And then tomorrow we'll be visiting some places down here. Here's the other map. Yeah, here's the visitor center. You have to pay about $4 to get in, and then they have a driving route you can take, drive around. But they have a longer route. They have a number of different shorter trails to take. Yeah, but just getting out of the Jeep here already, it's beautiful. All right, was at the visitor center, paid my fee. They got beautiful flowers. Hear the birds singing. Beautiful place. Yes, like I said, we're going to take this little driving route, and I'm planning on stopping at every little spot where there's like a little trail. Most of the trails are like a quarter of a mile, maybe a little bit longer than that, so not really long in and of themselves, but I think I'll try and do them all. The first one we're at here is called Raymond's Observation Tower at Raymond's Pool. So, all right, like I said, I'm looking forward to this new type of place. This is not Pennsylvania. All right, let's get going. All right, so there's Naomi, got the kayak on there, so at some point today we might get some kayaking in, but here we are. The Raymond Tower Trail. Looks like 0.2 mile round trip, so it's not that far. Looks like to a tower, overlooks some marshy areas there. See if we can hopefully see some birds. Be cool to see that. All right, let's get going. Oh, a little frog, a little toad down there. You can see him hopping. There he is in the grass there. All right, just started. Got our first wildlife. Yeah, he's trying to hide from me down there, but we see him. All right, our first critter here at Bombay Hook. Yes, I always love coming to new areas like this. New types of habitat, new places, new creatures, critters. Beautiful day for it too. Only going to be like in the low 80s. It's probably in the 70s right now. All right, just saw something big. Well, relatively big back. I believe there's a turkey up here. Not sure where it went though. Oh, it's back there in the woods. I don't know if you can see it back. There's a bunch of them. I don't know if it's picking them up back there. Yeah, there they are. Definitely some turkeys back there. All right, that is cool. Actually, I was not expecting to see turkeys here. All right. So yeah, totally awesome. All right. I'm still back there. All right, I think we'll let them go and kind of move on. They're kind of hard to see out there when you're zoomed all the way out. All right, some nice benches, picnic tables. I can see the openness beyond, which is probably that large body of water. Oh, there's the tower. Looks like I got the place to myself. All right, not too bad. I'm a tower to get up, looks like. Oh yeah, look at that. Wow, there's a ton of cars parked out that way. I wonder what's out there. Maybe there's something to see out there. We'll be headed that way eventually. Let's get to the top though. Kind of curious what they're all looking at. Oh wow, this is great. And you can smell that salt water. Of course, out that way is the Delaware Bay. I can see a ship out there. All right, there are a ton of birds out there. So I'm gonna do my best to zoom in on some of these different ones, get a good look at them. We'll see what this camera can do. It's got a pretty good zoom. I do see some geese, Canadian geese down there. They're pretty common, but I see a bunch of smaller shorebirds like sandpipers and plovers, those types of things out there. So I just want to quick explain some of the footage you're going to see. I wasn't too happy with how some of the zoomed in footage turned out, but it is what it is. I was pushing the camera to the max on the zoom settings, and when you zoom in that far, the image quality deteriorates quite a bit. Plus, it was a humid day, so there's that water vapor in the air, and plus the birds were out in the water, and you have, the heat. You can almost see the heat rising up off the water, off in the distance. Like when you're driving on a hot day, you see the road, you see the heat waves off the road, so that affects the image quality too. So when I zoomed in on those birds, the footage was not quite what I wanted when I got home, but that's the way it is. That's why it looks like it does. So I'm going to show up just a few of those clips. I'll work on that in the future, so that I can get better footage of zooming in that far, but that's what happened. But anyway, let's get back to the video. So there's our geese, Mr. Canada Goose. There's a bunch of those out there. Yes, I'm not entirely sure what that little one we were looking at is. They're poking their beaks in there, but they have some birds here. Different sandpipers, yellowlegs, dowitcher. So it could be any one of those. It looks like its bill is a little bit curved, so it could be something else. What do they call it? A curlew? I'm a little bit out of my element here, but it's fun to see them out there. I'm going to try and zoom in on some others. I know sometimes when I zoom in real close, the camera gets a little shaky, but kind of the way it is when you zoom in that close. All right, so I went ahead and rushed back to the Jeep, got my tripod, because when I zoom in real far, it's harder to hold the camera steady, so I'm out of breath. I want to get steady as a video I can of these birds. And when I zoom into the max, sometimes the image quality lowers a little bit too, but all right, let's zoom in. There's a lot of neat birds out there. Yeah, the ones we just saw were probably this one, the American avocet. Probably the smaller ones with the dowitcher. I have some experts up here with me.
I'm not.
Sorry.
This is my...
Yeah, it's a beautiful little spot up there. Yeah, those American avocets, if I'm saying that correctly, those are beautiful out there. We're just kind of having to zoom into the max to see them. But the zoom on this camera is good, the Sony AX43. I ended up not really using the tripod too much anyway then. Almost made it more difficult to zoom in. Anyway, let's head to the next location. I might film a little bit while I'm driving sometimes too, but I think there's a boardwalk coming up next. All right, I love this place. All right, so we are back in the Jeep, and just up ahead there should be a boardwalk trail about 3/4 of a mile. Yeah, I see a sign for it already. Because I love these boardwalk trails. Yes, here we go, boardwalk trail. And this one is handicap accessible. But yeah, I'm still giving our pond area out there. Naomi's loving it too. She doesn't say much, but she loves it. All right. What you may see, fiddler crabs. Oh, cool. Water snakes, wrens. Oh, so this is where we park. So we got a little loop, spider web. Another loop. All right, let's go. This looks awesome. All right, well, that wasn't far. We got our first critter. Got a little rabbit down there. Hey, bunny. All right. Yeah, we just started to hike. Right there's the parking area. Yeah, I love places like this where, 10 feet down the trail and you're already seeing wildlife. All right. All right, check this out. Yeah, it's not all boardwalk, just sections of it are. Wow. Just a sea of these tall grasses. Well, somebody else has been here. Got some different types of poopies here. That's a beautiful sound. Yeah, wow. That sounds like a wren. Wow. Amazing place. Just marsh is out there as far as you can see. Check these out. These are a type of morning glory. I think they're called seaside morning glories. Because morning glories are one of my favorite flowers. Because you can plant, there's morning glories that you plant at home. They're like the cultivated varieties, but there are wild ones. Because they only bloom in the morning. The glory of the morning. But wow, this is beautiful out here. Wow. And wow, it just gets even better. Like I said, this is why I love coming to new places like this. Instead of just hiking in Pennsylvania all the time, you get stuff like this. This is beautiful. Alright, I need to get a picture of this. Yeah, and as always on trips like this, thank you to my viewers. Support my channel, my Patreon supporters. So it's what enables me to come out and do amazing stuff like this. Come to these places. Man, it's just beautiful. Yes, I'm looking off this side. That sign said we could see crabs out here, fiddler crabs. I see a number of holes. It does appear to be low tide, so maybe they're out. I don't see them though, but hopefully we'll see them. We'll keep our eyes open. Maybe try to be a little more quiet. All right, yeah, this is just, I know I keep saying it, but this is amazing out here. And not what I was expecting to see, but that is a leg that belongs to a deer. It's probably a young deer. So that's what some of this, oh, there's a bunch of bones up here actually, it looks like. Yeah, there's another bone, looks like a pelvic bone. Okay, yeah, there's another foot. So somebody had a meal up here of a young deer. Well, that's life though. Okay, I'm starting to see the crabs. I'm gonna try and zoom in on some for you here, but they're down there. Yeah, right there's one. They're a lot smaller than I thought they would be. They're down there. Let me zoom out so you can see how hard they are to see from a distance. He was probably the biggest one, but they're down there. And there's another one poking his head out of his little hole burrow. You can see like their eyeballs moving. Cool. Yeah, they're all over the place now. Oh, he's eating. That is so cool. Yeah, so they are everywhere down there. If you just stand still for a bit, they come out. Now that I'm not moving, man, they are just, I don't know if you can see them all from here. They're everywhere down there. Cool. Yeah, but as soon as you move a little bit, they all scurry back in. So if you want to see them, just stand still for a while. And they slowly start to come out of their holes. All those little holes, each one is a little fiddler crab home. Cool. I know I keep saying cool, but sorry, but it's amazing. All right. And here's one that didn't make it. Alright, so that'll be it for the Boardwalk trail. Awesome trail. So we'll pop back in the Jeep and head to the next location or the next trail. Not sure, I forget which one it is offhand, but I'll let you know once we get in the Jeep. Yeah, this place has exceeded my expectations so far. Some places you never know. That's the thing when you visit new places, you never know. Sometimes you're kind of disappointed, other times you're like, wow, I love this place. And yes, wow, I love this place. It's one of those. All right, so our next official stop is going to be what's called the Bear Swamp Trail. But we might make some unofficial stops, because I know up here further there's a bunch of cars parked. And they're checking something out, so we might do the same. Well, there's a beautiful white bird up in that tree up there. I have to get out and see what that is, actually. Yeah, so out there's that tree I was looking at. This might be herons or egrets. A white egret, I think. There are some larger birds above it, blacker ones. Those look like cormorants, I'm gonna guess. Yeah, I pulled over another area here. This is that spot where all the cars were pulled over earlier. Actually, up there a little bit further is, but I pulled over here. It's more of those, what they call them, avocets are out there. These ones right here, those are beautiful. Wow. Alright, I'm going to try to zoom in a little bit on some of those again, since we're here. I just want to zoom in a little bit on some of these. They're closer than some of the other ones we were at earlier. It's cool watching them eat. Yeah, so a bit of a correction. We're going to do Parson Point Trail first, or next, rather than Bear Swamp. 1 mile round trip. It's a little bit of a longer one. Looks like some views of the large pool there. Alright. Here we go. And also a quick correction on some of those egrets we're seeing. The ones with the fluffy heads are the snowy egrets. And the larger ones, I think I called them white egrets. They are white, but they're known as great egrets. Sometimes they have a green line right by their eye. I know I've filmed those before at near Philadelphia, the John Hines National Wildlife Refuge. But yeah, if you love birds, man, you could spend all day here filming and taking pictures of birds. All right. Yeah, so you go from swamps and marshes to woodlands again. Of course, one thing I recognize, these seed casings, these belong to a sweet gum tree. They're all over the trail here. They're not too common in Pennsylvania, maybe just certain points near Philadelphia, but where I live, don't see these too much in the wild. People plant them in their yards and stuff. They're kind of a pain to clean up because they kind of stick to everything. Sweet gum. So I noticed something off trail in the woods there, like an old concrete building. Looks like there's a trail leading to it and a sign, World War II headquarters building. Huh, the shell of a building is all that remains of a combination headquarters radio observation tower built during World War II. Alright, let's just quick look at it. Just a small building. Alright, piece of history. Alright, so the trail, there's a distinct trail going this way. I'm just gonna quick take a peek up here. I just wonder why there's a trail going up this way. Yeah, so there is more concrete here. So maybe there's more structures up this way, or used to be at least. So we're kind of walking on a raised area here, but I'm probably gonna go back soon. Well, let's just go a little bit further. All right, there might be more back there, but unless I knew for sure, I'm not gonna head that way. So it looks like we might be coming to the point of this trail, maybe. Not a whole lot of wildlife that I've seen. You can hear the birds and stuff. Plenty of biting flies, though, on this trail. Speaking of which, in my ear. So it brings you out to here. Hey. Some geese out there. Alright, so that's Parson's Point Trail. About the coolest thing is this tree back here. This kind of spreads out all over the place. There is a little viewing spot back there, but you can't, need to be up a little bit higher to see out across it. Get the pictures and stuff. Probably the longest trail here in the Refuge. But so far it's my least favorite. Not in a bad way. But I did love that boardwalk. Alright, we're gonna head back, and I think the next stop this time will be the Great Bear Swamp, or Bear Swamp Trail, not Great Bear. Alright, just gotta brave the biting flies on the way back. Alright, so the Bear Swamp Trail and another observation tower. Looks like this is handicap accessible too. I think this is only a quarter of a mile round loop. That's what the sign says here. Yeah, it is a loop, about a quarter mile. Looks like we have another boardwalk section up there, cool. Observation tower. Make our way back. What you might see, turtles, thrashers, and some other birds. All right. Split, it looks like. We're going this way. Oh, here's the observation tower already. Well, that's right, it is only a quarter mile loop. I forgot that. I was thinking we're still kind of like on that Parsons trail, which is much longer. No one's here. All right, cool. Actually, there's someone over there. Let's go up. This one feels a little bit taller than the other one we were on. All right. Wow. Got some of those egrets out there again. Yeah, I believe that's one of the great egrets. Looking for something to eat. Yeah, gotta love these observation decks. Alright, so I gotta keep my eyes open. Just back there I saw a skink. Not a skunk, a skink. The 5-lined skink. I was wondering if they'd be down here. But the young ones, they're like lizards. Well, they're a type of lizard, but the younger ones have a beautiful bluish colored tail. So once you know they're in an area, if you just kind of slow down, look for them. They like rotten logs and stuff. So hopefully, where there's one, there's more. So I'll try and find another one. All right, I don't think I'll see any more skinks on this trail. We're almost at the end. It's just a short quarter-mile loop. But we'll keep our eyes open. Alright, so I think there's only one more official trail that I'm gonna go on. It leads to another observation tower, but that's kind of on the way back. But we still have to drive around Bear Swamp. So I might stop, might pull off here or there yet. Might film for you, might not. There's also an old house back here from like 1753. Looks like it's called the Alley House. So we might just stop in there and check that out. Love my old houses. Alright, so we got one more trail to check out. The Shearness Tower Trail. They're just a quarter-mile round trip loop. Let's see what's down here. Yeah, so I did try to get to that historical house I mentioned, the Alley House, I guess it's called, from 1753, but that road is all gated off and all kinds of stuff, so won't be able to get to see that. I was kind of curious to see what that looked like, but for whatever reasons they have that area closed down. So, all right, we'll check out this last trail. Yeah, overall this place is pretty awesome, I think. I know I said that quite a bit, but just a whole unique type of environment out here. Not what I normally hike in. There's another little frog. Let me see if I can get that on video here. Okay, so this dude blends in super well. In fact, I'm not sure if I can even see him on camera there. There he is. Right there. Can hardly see him. That is what you call camouflage. Let me zoom back out for you. And just like that, we got our last tower. These towers are extremely helpful in getting you up above the vegetation, because otherwise, you're just looking out there, you can't really see. These get you up and above. And here we are. This one has a pair of binoculars. Alright. Yeah, over here they have, yeah, see there's the large egret, the white one's the great egret, and the snowy egret has the poofy head. Looks like we have a bunch of geese out there. Let's zoom in, see what we can see. Yeah, lots of Canadian geese out there. Looks like some gulls out there. Seagulls. Yeah, or terns. They might be terns too. Yeah, just beautiful scenery out there. Yeah, so Bombay Hook National Wildlife Refuge. Kind of been wanting to come here for a while. It's been on my list, and finally made it happen. Yeah, I mean you could spend all day here. You could, you know, the trails to these towers are super short. I mean, it's a quarter-mile round trip, so it doesn't take it long at all to get to them. I mean, if you have a good camera, or you know, whatever you want to film or take pictures with, you could bring one of those folding chairs. Like I don't think they have a problem with that. Just chill out up there for hours if you wanted to, at some of those platforms to see what birds show up and everything. And I could have filmed a ton more here, but you know, I don't have a 2-hour long video. But you easily could get one. It's just, yeah, so much wildlife here. All right, but we got to get going. We got more places to visit today. Like I think I told you at the beginning of the video, we're gonna head on down to another wildlife refuge, Prime Hook National Wildlife Refuge, about 45 minutes just to the south of here. And there's trails too, a little bit different. Might do some kayaking there, we'll see what happens. Got the kayak along. Anyway, I'm blabbing a little too much. So let's, as always, thanks for coming along. Thanks again to my viewers and my Patreon supporters, enabling me to come to awesome places like this. All right, I'll see you around, hopefully at Prime Hook.